Okay, here we're round one with the Oratek deck. My opponent has no Soulbind cards, so he's probably on Herald. This deck's actually a very good matchup against Herald, I would say, because it has a lot of different threats that they have to deal with, and the Herald deck's removal is not actually that good because they have to play a bunch of Dendrifies and stuff like that, which also gives you a creature unless they have Herald in play. But that means they have to spend one of their turns playing a Herald, and then they have to keep playing Dendrifies or Metamorphosis or whatever on your singleton creatures. Meanwhile, all your threats, all the creatures in this deck are actually pretty difficult to deal with. So he's playing probably a Wigu deck. It's kind of unlucky because I have 3 Spirit Titans in this deck, or 3 Leyline Tyrants in this deck, and I didn't get one on the first turn. I'll get one definitely for sure this game. I don't want him to play a Arborist or a what's that card called? Dejin Sludge. So I think I'm gonna play Relic Scout and Korok. And I think Nexus Aeronaut. I don't remember how Arborist is. I don't remember if you have to be less than 100 or 100 or more. Or, I'm sorry. I don't remember if you can be at 100 and trigger Arborist or if you have to be more than 100. And actually the 1 damage is like relevant for the first time. So I think I'm just going to play it safe and deal 5 damage to him. This way he can't play like 2 Dejin Sludges or something like that. He has to at least play a life gain spell and a Dejin Sludge, which is much better because I can't. It's hard for this. This deck is heavily tempo based. It doesn't really want to fall behind because it needs threats on the board in order to use Oratek Explosives and Rage of Kadris, which is why its creatures are so resilient. It's a strange block. Okay, so I'm gonna move my Aeronaut and Oratek it to level the Oratek, and then I think I'm gonna play Frostmane Dragon where the Korok used to be. And my Aeronaut's going to kill one of these Spirit Stone Dryads. I haven't decided which one. Doesn't. Probably the one in the middle, so I can put the Frostmane Dragon there. Yeah. Because Frostmane Dragon has mobility 2 at level 1. I think it's the only card that has mobility 2 at level 1. So from the middle lane, it can move to every space. And this card, Spirit Bloom Dryad, it gains each player life, but it scales horribly. Like it's an 8-10 and then a 12-15. And the life only gets +2 per rank. So it's only good as like a rank 1 threat. He is going super deep on these life gain cards. Holy crap. Unfortunately, Leyline Tyrant only works on his turn, so if I kill this Glowhive Siren, I can't actually put the Leyline Tyrant into play. That said, I'm still just going to play the Leyline Tyrant in front of the Spirit Bloom Dryad because it's the only card I have that kills it straight up, and I really want this card leveled in my deck. Because this deck, the only cards I've seen out of him are only cards that gain life. So sign me up. Moving there was questionable because of Leyline Golems, but usually life gain decks don't play Leyline Golems because they load up on life gain Wigus, Dejin Sludges, and stuff like that. So they don't tend to play cards like Leyline Golem or the other Leylines. Another Spirit Bloom Dryad. This guy doesn't realize that he can't just play life gain cards. He actually has to play a threat to kill me. Like I think that's the mistake of a lot of aspiring life gain players. They don't realize that they eventually have to kill their opponents. They can't just sit there gaining life forever. So what's the play here? I don't need to level Oratek. It's probably better to play 3 creatures. Or 2 creatures. Because I get 2 dragons this turn from my Frostmane eggs. So I think I can play the Aeronaut in front of the Spirit Bloom Dryad and the other Aeronaut in front of the Glowhive Siren. I don't foresee Brimstone Tyrant being that good this game. Plus, I don't want to kill my 5/3 dragon. So he gains life. Unfortunately, if I draw my Leyline Tyrants, I won't be able to put any into play since my board is full. I suppose he can always kill my creatures first. But he hasn't actually played a card that is threatening at all. Like, the most threatening card in his deck is level 2 Oros right now, which is only a 10/10. Yeah. Okay, so I can't kill his Oros, but I can play this big Frostmane Dragon and block his Oros with Leyline Tyrant. That way he still gains life if I draw more Leyline Tyrants, and I kill his Oros because my Leyline Tyrant has 8 power. I even drew a Leyline Tyrant, so it's an excellent draw. That's why I leveled it in the first rank. Because one of the best things about Leyline Tyrants, as opposed to the other Leylines, is that it's a huge body at rank 1. It's a 7/5. That's gigantic. And sometimes it can come into play free. Like the other Leylines, you don't really want to play as their creatures. But sometimes you have no other choice, such as... What am I going to do here? I guess this egg just dies. I can replace it with a Relic Hunter. Doesn't really live, but it kills this guy. What was this card gains life when he gains rake, right? Yeah, okay. Card's awful. What was I saying about the Tyrants? Oh, the Tyrants are huge bodies, so you can play them on their own. Cards like Leyline Demon or Leyline Sentry, you don't really want to play because they're so small. But Leyline Tyrant's a huge threat, so I don't even mind playing them. You don't really lose anything from playing it. Rage of Kadra deals +4 damage here. It's better than Battlebrand because I don't get to level up anything because I don't have any Alolan cards in my hand. That lets me kill his Stagavlis and get in a bit more damage. And then I play Borean Windweaver. Even though its ability is not that great. Like, the other ones are vanilla. Oh, he's dead. Sorry. Again, I'm just not paying attention to life totals. Well, I mean, that match wasn't really indicative of anything. He played a bunch of subpar life gain cards without anything to use them with, so he just kind of died. Well, I hope he draws his Arboruses or Weegoos, or that even put him in his deck in his next couple rounds, because otherwise it's going to be pretty rough for him.